Take 3. Hey there in YouTube land. Today we're going to be talking about video game consoles, specifically bundles, and in particular we're going to be talking about Target. But we're also going to be talking about the different consoles that are out there. Me and my better half had a really great conversation recently about the different consoles, and I wish that she was on the screen because she brilliantly broke it down console by console. And I love the way that she did it. I was also talking to my good friend from the UK, Movie Cave Dave, who's actually getting ready to get a console. Now, he just got a 4K TV. I am completely and utterly jealous, but nobody deserves it more than the master of steelbooks himself, Movie Cave Dave. If you're not subscribed to him, you can bet that there's going to be a link down below in the description box because he rocks. Check his stuff out. He has his steelbook collection. Amazing. And very cool guy. Very cool guy. Anyway, we are here today to talk about consoles. Because after all, Black Friday's coming up, and people are starting to get excited. Black Friday, of course, is when most people go out and buy Christmas gifts for their family, for the loved ones, stuff like that. So, if you have a gamer in your, this is the time to go for it. And it looks like it's going to be a good year for Black Friday deals for consoles. It's been rumored that there's some great stuff going out there, and honestly, I wanted to really talk about which ones that talk about consoles in general. But first, let's analyze the Black Friday Target flyer, which has been leaked. And after being leaked, they pretty much put it right out on their page. It's on the Target page now. And this is North America, of course. Target looks to be like, I'm guessing the U.S. flyer, but look, it says Target. It has CA privacy. Anyway. Whatever. I think it's for both. So we're gonna go with that. Yeah. For the older consoles, they have the Xbox 360 going for $179 with the Kinect, the 1.0, and the PS4, which is going for $399. Though they are giving you Grand Theft Auto 5 and The Last of Us as a digital download. Though Grand Theft Auto 5 is the actual hard copy of the game. But The Last of Us will be a digital download. So that's a bit of a bummer, but best one though is the Xbox One, which is running at $329 with a $50 gift card. So you can get your Xbox One if you don't have it for $279. That can be a deal breaker for some when they're grabbing some stuff. Look, my hair is like sticking up like a peacock down in the back there, and because it's like I'm in a camera. When I go to like touch, when hair's sticking off, I touch the wrong side of my head. Filming. The more you know. Anyway, so out of those consoles there, of course the Xbox One looks to be the most attractive price-wise. Look at the Xbox 360, but look, come on, we're probably not going to be buying a 360 if we can get an Xbox One for about $100 more. All that being said, where's the love for the Wii U? It was glaringly missing in the Target deals. Wii U usually runs around $299. I was kind of expecting either a big bundle for the Wii U running at $299, or like a $50 to $40 price off to put the Wii U at about $249 or $259. Maybe even a little lower. But PS4 has theirs in there. Still a little expensive, I think, personally. But a $399, I guess, is not a bad price point considering what the PS3 was when it came out. And Xbox One gets premium, like front page listing, and the best deal. Kind of, if you were a conspiracy theorist, you would think that Xbox paid to get to get theirs in there with the best deal.
It's not conspiracy. It's just plain true.
It is not, but we cannot say Xbox paid Target, and that's why there's no Wii U in there. It is a possible scenario, but by no means do I know or anybody know this as a fact. So we're going to assume that maybe
Why wouldn't they?
Oh, I'm not saying this it would be bad business. But I'm just saying maybe they just didn't need to do it, or maybe the Wii decided not to go that way. Anyway, we're getting off track of what we're going to be talking about. And since it's Black Friday coming up, let's talk about the game systems. Because let's be honest, aside from getting the random releases that are out there for fairly cheap, like go and grab Godzilla or something like that for $8 or $10 on Blu-ray, then a lot of people are looking for the bigger gifts. And consoles are big gifts. I totally forgot what I was going to say, but don't worry, it'll come back to me. Anyway, let's break down the consoles one by one. First, people are going to tell you that are, and I use this term sarcastically, hardcore gamers are going to tell you that there's no choice, that you have to get the PS4. That is the system, and you're not a serious gamer if the PS4 is not on your console, on your shelf. And I got a lot of great friends that have the PS4. I actually have a good friend of mine who comments on my videos. I play too much PS4, which is really cool. It's similar to that. I think I massacred the name a bit, but I like that. And that's because the PS4 is a good system. But here's the thing. This time around, we're lucky because, you know what? They're all pretty good. It all depends on what you want to do with it. The Xbox One and the PS4 are comparable in what they do and the way that they do things. And usually people will say, you're not a serious gamer if you're not playing this or this style of game. But the Wii U, again, same as the Wii did, the same as the GameCube did in its own way, Nintendo is doing something different. They're innovating. And for some odd, unknown, wacky reason, some so-called gamers take it as a bad thing. I mean, a lot of the hardcore gamers really, I wouldn't consider really hardcore gamers, because since I've been playing, and I'm going to date myself here, I've been playing since I had an Atari 2600. I had a TSR 80. If you don't know what that is, look it up. And I played on Commodore 64, had an NES, Super NES, had a Sega Genesis. I've had a lot of systems over the years. Had a Game Gear, for crying out loud. And I got my son, who just loved it when he was younger. Unfortunately, you would have to be in, if you're outside, you would have to be in a shaded area in order to see the Game Gear, which was one of its failings. Gaming used to be all about fun and innovation. And, you know, playing against your friends, just having fun with it. And there's been very few innovations done in gaming. And I can break them down before we get into the consoles. Because when I'm going to recommend each of them for different reasons. And when I usually do this or do a video like this, then this is going to be like the PS4 camp is going to crap on the Xbox One to watch my videos. There's going to be the Xbox One camp that's going to crap on the PS4. And there's going to be everybody, and there's going to be the guys that consider them hardcore. It's going to be just crapping on the Wii U, because that's the way that, unfortunately, things have gone nowadays. But there's been very few innovations when it comes to the way gaming works. And motion controls started by the Wii, and then taken up by Kinect, then PlayStation Move. Afterwards, were definitely an innovative, new, unique way to do things. The portable gaming system and all its incarnations, you know, ones that worked, ones that failed, it was a new way to game. Mobile gaming, got to put it in there, on your phone, on your iPad, was another type of innovation that in the world of gaming. That it's more of a And I wouldn't say it's a casual thing because a lot of these mobile gamers spend a lot more money on their games than I do, and that's when I buy a console. I know somebody that actually spent money, I tell you, buying Farmville gift cards that she could use on her Farmville game. Back before it was an app, by the way, when it was a Facebook thing. I found that card, that used Farmville card.
And I am not ashamed of saying that.
Yeah, that's the thing. And there's a lot of people that buy, and that's the way things are going. Because of the apps, downloadable content has become huge in normal games as well. So now you're seeing like EA and all these different companies, and Ubisoft, are putting like downloadable content and costumes and extra chapter packs and like gun packs and all this stuff you can pay for. And I think all of that came out of the fact, well, it was done before, but now it's done as prevalent. But with people doing in-app purchases all the time on their mobile devices, it became pretty much commonplace so that we don't even think about it anymore, even in our games. That, my dear friends, is innovation. Good or bad, it's innovation. Xbox Live, taken up from what started with Sega Dreamcast, which unfortunately was a great system, but it just didn't get it right. Xbox Live, though, did get it right. And Xbox Live changed the way that gamers game online forever. PlayStation 4 has taken that up, and they're doing their own version of Xbox Live. They started with the PS3. It used to be free. It's not anymore. So both those are pretty much similar. All the added-on apps that were put into systems, instead of like just giving a browser, like apps for Facebook, apps for Crackle, all these, apps for Netflix, Hulu, all that stuff. Great to have on any of the systems. But when it comes to innovating and staying innovative and actually pushing the envelope into how we game and how we perceive gaming to be, Nintendo tends to win that one all the time. Your PS4 or your Xbox One, aside from Xbox, slap my ass, and type of thing, and the gaming and the TV stuff, pretty much it's this, it's an upgraded version. The graphics will look better. You can have more expensive worlds. That's fantastic. I love that people are getting more into making things, and making levels. I love that that what started out with stuff like Little Big Planet went into a more expansive thing like Project Spark, and in a more fun way, the Super Mario Level Maker, stuff like that, just fun stuff that people can use their creativity. And that all comes back to stuff like Minecraft and Terraria. But Nintendo continuously pushes our perception of how we should game. We got a controller. Now you gotta move. You have to use that. We're not just gaming online. We have party games, and we're gaming within the house. We have a pad that we can use. Now, and it's not just grabbing your iPad. It's actually a dedicated pad for that, and it makes it fun to play. And the pad is used and utilized so that you're playing with another person. You can help or hinder them in certain games, and it kind of makes it really, really fun. So Nintendo wins for innovation. PlayStation 4, I'm sorry, it's, you've upgraded and that's fantastic. You've made a great computer gaming system inside of a PlayStation box, and that is fantastic. When you're looking for that type of game, that is the system you want. Xbox One has toed the line and upgraded their Xbox and done some fantastic things with it. I like the fact that you don't have to have Xbox Live to get your Netflix and crap on it. You can watch all the stuff without it. But they've actually added the games with gold and gave you a reason to go out and buy it. What system do I recommend? Well, I don't recommend any one system dependent on me. I'm not going to say this is a system that you should get because, and I know it looks that way right now, but here's the thing. We all don't game the same, and we all have our own different things that we want to get out of games and out of gaming. So if you want the pretty graphics and you're looking like down the road and you're a guy that keeps your system for like 6+ years, grab yourself a PS4. I don't think that the games are there to reach the level of sophistication that we have under the hood of the PS4. But that being said, PS4 has some great franchises and great games that you cannot overlook. Great stuff like Uncharted, like Little Big Planet, like Little Big Planet. Just some really cool stuff. And they got some new stuff coming out to order in that. And Drive Club, whatever century that comes out, because it's been who knows. That being said, that's PS4. If you want the Xbox, if you want the best interface available for any of the consoles, then you want the Xbox One. It has the best interface. What doesn't work on a computer for Windows 8, whatever the hell it's called, works in the Xbox. Pinning, putting things on the main page, just the way that it's done, the ease of access. Can't beat that. Whether you like Kinect or not, it's there, and it's innovative if it's used right. I personally used to use Kinect when I had the Xbox One, and this is what I would use it for a lot. And I didn't use it to turn my game system on enough. It would do that accidentally sometimes, and that used to annoy the hell out of me. That was my one minus of the system. I worked out. We had Xbox Fitness. You could go on and you could do workouts, and I found them really fun and interesting to do, and it got me off my ass for a while, so that I'm not just shooting people on Call of Duty or Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Really underrated game, by the way, guys. It worked great like that. That being said, if you want the game with the biggest library that's going to give you fun games to play that you can play with a bunch of people, that I consider to be the most innovative one so far, and that just has the prettiest colored boxes. I like blue. Then you're going to want the Wii U. That's what I'm leaning towards. I mean, Xbox One and Wii U kind of teeter-totter for me. And only because the Xbox One is only still on that list on the same level because of a couple of the games that I can't get on the Wii U. That being said, the Wii U is the only backwards compatible system out of all of them. So not only do you have all the games that are coming for the Wii U, and I'll tell you right now, there is a lot of really interesting, fun games coming out for the Wii U, but you also have the entire back catalog of any game that came out for the Wii. And it gets even better because now with Super Smash Bros., if you've ever played Super Smash Bros. Games, and I'm a big fan of those games. Oh man, I'm a really big fan of those games. Yeah, I was bummed earlier this month because this is going to be the first year that I'm probably not going to have a console around Christmas time. I'm not going to be you're not going to have the wrestling game, like the latest wrestling game. But you know what? If I had the choice between WWE 2K15 and just rather than something like heresy to some of you guys here, and Super Smash Brothers, I'm going for Super Smash Brothers. It's just fun. I mean, it's really fun whether you play it by yourself or play with a bunch of people. It's really fun, and the really neat thing about it now is that the best platform for playing Super Smash Brothers, if anybody's like a fan of playing this game, was back in the GameCube days. The controller was just so perfect for the Super Smash Brothers game, and the other, afterwards the other games that came from it, they're good, but you kind of miss that GameCube controller. So this year, and I think this is brilliant, there's an adapter so that you can now play Super Smash Brothers on your Wii U with any GameCube controller. Plus, even write out a new one if you want to buy it for fairly inexpensive with the Super Smash Bros. Logo on it. But you can get a GameCube controller for fairly cheap, and it was a pretty cool controller, very different and unique. And I hope that it doesn't just stick with that game. I hope that we're going to be seeing more GameCube games and stuff that are going to be using this controller. I'm very excited about that fact. Actually, for all the peripherals and like for the stuff that's out there, Wii U just has it for me. We have the Pro Controller, which I find really, really good. It's very, Xbox 360-ish. We've got the the GameCube controller that you can now use in Super Smash Brothers. Of course, you can use your old Wiimotes, and no, those the Wiimotes from the Wii can all be used on this here as well. And of course, there's the gamepad. So it gives you the most options and ways to play your games. I'm totally talking myself into wanting a Wii U, and I meant to come on here and just go, okay, PS4 for this, Xbox One for this, and Wii U for this. Okay, for me, personally, as I'm talking about all the systems, and the pluses and the minuses, and the shortcomings, and I gotta say, Wii U has won it for me. The games are there. There's a lot of them. There's a lot more coming. It's a dedicated game universe that if you like Nintendo, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like what's coming out. You're gonna like the games. You don't have to guess if you're going to like the next Mario game, because you know what? If you like the last Mario game, you're gonna like the next Mario game. You don't have to guess if Super Mario Kart is gonna be good. You know it's gonna be good. It's always been good. You don't have to wonder if, hey, is Super Smash Brothers going to be a fun game? You had fun playing Super Smash Brothers before. You got new characters, you got upgraded stuff, and you got the most choice that you've ever had. You're going to love Super Smash Brothers. You're going to love the fact that you can go back and play any of your Wii games on your Wii U. That's pretty incredible. Thank you, Nintendo, for actually sticking with some backwards compatibility. You're going to enjoy the fact that you can go on with your digital console in there and get really old school games like Super Mario Brothers 3, like Donkey Kong, like games that are on the NES, games on the Super NES, and just play them on your TV and enjoy them just like you did back in the day, or like if you're my age, like you did back when you had the original NES and it came in the box and you had the light. It was just fun. It was really fun, and Nintendo's keeping it fun. So as much as I want to be snobby and hardcore, this video as I'm making it, because all my videos are pretty much all unedited and unscripted, it is a revelation for me, because this is not the way that I thought I was going to go. And I think that I had to talk it out with you guys to kind of figure it out for myself as we talked about all the stuff. So what's it for me? For me, it's the Wii U. I like the choices. I like the library. And if you're not a Nintendo person, if you don't enjoy Zelda, if you're not a fan of the Mario games, if that's not your style, then get yourself an Xbox One or PS4, because that's the type of games that you like. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with liking Nintendo games. It's just your personal preference. Play what's going to give you the most joy and the most fun. At the end of the day, that's what you go for.
I still think that the analogy.
You had a long analogy for that one.
Yes.
She had a long, actually fantastic analogy. But yeah, and by the way, if you're getting a handheld, 3DS. Yeah, it goes without saying. I like to be able to say the Vita, but you know, a Vita is something that I would buy if I've got an extra 50 or 75 bucks some week and I see it on Kijiji. But it's not something I would store and get for like an expensive price. But no, grab yourself the game system that you like, and you know what, enjoy it. Whether you're going to school or you're working, whatever you do, just take that little bit of time when you're all stressed and go back to your roots and your teens and your childhood, whatever, and be unstressed for a while. Play something that's fun. Doesn't have to be hyper violent or hyper crazy unless it's something you really like. Play Nintendo, play Pokemon, play something fun, play Little Big Planet. Go, you know, there's Destiny and there's Call of Duty and I'm sure Halo, and it's fantastic shooter games and stuff like that. The most innovative shooter game, the most interesting shooter game that I've seen and played in the last 5 years is Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. Knew nothing about it going in. Didn't think I was going to have a good time. It only had like 4 like classes and you could upgrade them slightly. But you know what? Ton of fun. Ton of fun. I had it and I had Call of Duty and I was just playing Call of Duty a lot. My daughter, excellent Call of Duty player. She was getting kill shots like crazy, ending games, all that stuff, you know, winning shot and all that.
Boring.
It's not boring.
I find them
It's
boring.
it's what you like. You find them boring, but people are really into them. They sell well. Kevin Spacey. Hey, you can't mess with Kevin Spacey. But I found Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare. I personally found it better. It may have been more cartoony, but it was fun. It was still a shooter, but at least it was trying to do something different. And I really loved it. There we go, guys. 3 systems. Your choice. And you know, there's still the Xbox 360 and the PS3. They're still going fairly strong. So if you're sticking with those for all, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a fantastic thing to do. Have a wonderful night. For me right now, I've been talking for 26 minutes. But I know what game system I want. Do you? Do you after listening to this know which one you want? Thumbs up or thumbs down? I would prefer a thumbs up and a subscribe. I very rarely have to block or ban people. I only do that if you talk about personal stuff or my family or stuff like that. Then I gotta do it. I don't want to. I don't like to, but that's how I roll. Now, what are you getting? Put in the comment section down below in a polite way. You know, no. Well, you can if you want to put it in PlayStation rules or Xbox rules. It's okay, but I'd rather you give me like why you like what you like. That's what I enjoy. Because I like Nintendo. I like them all. I've played them all. I've had them all. But I don't have one right now. But I know what I'm getting next. And I hope that you do too. That you've thought about it and you've realized, gee, I really like playing this. Or, you know, I really, really, Uncharted is the game and this, and I want this and this and this. And that's like, put a chain reaction in your head that said, this is what I'm going to get. This is my decision. Because you saw me do it right here, right in front of you. I literally made my decision right in front of you guys, with you guys. Do that. Go make your decision and let me know. Have a great night. For me right now, it's time for tea. And enjoy Black Friday. Get some fun stuff. You only live once. It's a short, freaky world. Unless you, well, if you're reincarnated, you live a million times and all that stuff. And I believe in that. But enjoy yourself. Don't take it too seriously. Don't worry about being hardcore. Worry about having fun. At the end of the day, that's what this is all about.
It's called gaming.
It is called gaming.